Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And yes, we are back. It's Monday night, and we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And Ten Hag appointment is around the corner, apparently. So let's see what we all got to say about it. Yes, everyone. Hello and welcome back to the Man United Agenda, guys. And we are celebrating tonight. As you can see, the panels all look happy. Mr. B is ready. We got his twin back as well tonight. They're both joined tonight. The twinnies.
That twin? Who's the twin?
Who's the son?
Well, it could have been the dad or the twin. It's either.
And now you're saying I'm his twin.
It's a compliment, I think, that one, the twin.
Oh, was it?
It's a compliment to him.
Dysfunctional family. Very dysfunctional family.
Paternity test incoming here. I think Jeremy Carl's going to get his hands full here.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Welcome, guys, to the Man United Agenda. And if you're watching us for the first time, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And as always, we're joined by Mr. B on Monday, TALKMU, and I'm Solo, and we got Jay in the building. Hello, guys. How we all doing? How we feeling?
After what? The weekend?
Oh no, just after the last 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay,
ago.
I'm absolutely fantastic. We're talking about 2 minutes. Absolutely fantastic, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
To be honest with you though, Mr. B, I'm gonna go around the room. I had a dream, like Saturday night. Apparently, Man United drew. I had a dream that Man United drew 1-1. It's not true. I'm sure it's not. Jay, was it a dream or was it reality?
It's not a dream, is it? It's what we do. We draw with teams we should be beating, man. And it's like now, we were just talking before we went on air, and Palace are 2-0 up against Arsenal. And I think, what difference does that make to my life? Nothing. Palace could win that. Palace could win that game 20-0, and it's still not going to help Manchester United get in top 4 because we ain't getting top 4. So yeah, it's just frustrating, man. It's just a frustrating weekend. And Mr. B said the last 2 minutes have been good, but even the good things make me angry now. I'm not deflated. Even seeing Palace score makes me angry because I think that should have counted for something towards us, and it doesn't because we're rubbish.
Oh, brilliant.
I think it's the prospects of some maintenance payments to Mr. B that's making him smile, Jay. I think that's what's making him smile. It's like he's rubbing his hands together there.
On Monday, I know you're the reasons of positivity. Come on Monday.
It's spring clean, isn't it? We got to have a spring clean now, and you know what? Up until the game the other day, I was hopeful we get top 4. After that, and the performance as well, it's broken my heart, and I'm just all about the cleansing now. Yeah, get out the detox and clean. And I think Ralph's been starting that cleansing already, so I'm looking forward to past is new, and saying goodbye to the old.
Yeah, and I got to say in the chat, Anthony Herbert, happy birthday. Yeah. Goonbogs are getting beaten, so I'm even happier, Anthony Herbert. Sorry to say that. I know it's your birthday as well, but there's only one birthday we can accept, and it's the United Agenda birthday. So, guys, tonight we will be giving you the opportunity, but you got to stay in the chat to win yourself a United Agenda hoodie, but you got to guess the player. So, what you need to do is guess who you believe this player is. Jay tried it, but I don't know if Jay got it. On Monday, I'm upset with because he got it straight away. And me and Mr. B was on a WhatsApp earlier trying to guess the hell out of it and couldn't.
Oh, I know who it is. Just realised who it is.
Oh, good.
Keep it down. So, guys, you are in the chance to win yourself a hoodie, a United Agenda hoodie. So just put your comments below and we will highlight it. And at the end of the show, we will do a draw, but you have to say in the chat to win it. So let's kickstart now the show and start talking about... Oh, yeah, right, talk as if it's not him. Trust me, it's not.
Oh, what?
It's not. It's not talk. Talk.
That's going to
give
do
up.
my
Give up. Talk.
night,
Give up. Give up. Talk. Give up. You might as well give up. So, guys, let's kickstart the show now, and we're going to go through talking about the division of the Man United. Well, the appointment first of Ralph Rangnick. So it's come out today. Rumors is it's appointment is imminent, but whether or not it's true, I'm not 100% sure. Jay, is this something where the Glazer, we've gone through such a struggle over the last few weeks, they trying to appease the fan and give us something to sort of feed on to say, oh, there's light at the end of the tunnel, or is it like a smokescreen to sort of get us in this false sense to think they're going to make the decision, but they're not really going to make the decision until a lot later? Or do you reckon something could happen sooner rather than later?
I think something obviously has to happen at some point. I mean, there was talk. I was speaking to a couple of people who sort of know a little bit more about Ten Hag's situation than I do, and they were suggesting that other clubs are interested in him. It's not just Manchester United. He's actually got other clubs that are looking at him as a potential manager. So I don't know if that comes into it. I was on doing my news outside Old Trafford this morning for our channel, and I did say that maybe, in answer to your question, the point you made earlier, maybe there's an element of United needing a bit of positivity to get the fans on board after another disappointing result. So, it looks like we're making moves and we're going to get Ten Hag appointed. But I honestly think that if we do want Ten Hag, we do have to act sooner rather than later. I don't think you can wait till the summer. I don't. I think you have to sort of start looking at getting something in place. Now, it's not nailed on that it's definitely going to be Eric Ten Hag. There's still a chance it could be Mauricio Pochettino. So Wayne Rooney was on Sky Sports earlier saying that he prefers Pochettino. And I think there's still an element of people in the Old Trafford hierarchy who've always wanted Pochettino since before Jose Mourinho came to the club. They were Pochettino fans, and he does have some support. But the sort of the smart money, if you will, is on Ten Hag. And the even smarter money, if that makes any sense, is on him being appointed before the end of the season. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do see something. There's talk of another round of interviews. I just think United have got to be careful because this guy, he's won a lot of trophies at Ajax. His stock's quite high. He is coveted. A manager like that with a decent success rate who's worked with players. And also, he's a bit of a chairman's dream because he lost Ziyech, he lost Van der Beek, he lost De Jong, he lost De Ligt, and he replaced them all and won a title again. So if you're a chairman, if you're an owner, that's, especially if you're the Glazers, that's like, but in other clubs, they're looking at him going, this is a guy that not only can build a good team, you can sell a load of players and he can build it again. So I think United needs to be careful because, pains me to say it, United aren't the draw that we were. You've got to convince some good managers to come here because we're a shambles the way we're run. And if he's getting offers from other clubs and we're dragging our heels, we could end up, missing out.
Yeah. Mr. B? I know, Mr. B, there's a subject here we're going to talk about later on, yeah, Jay, and talk, if you didn't hear the conversation earlier we had. And Mr. B must have owed me easily about £100 today.
Have you been swearing, Mr. B, again?
No, I haven't. That, bro. I haven't. I've kept my mouth shut.
Yeah.
we're in the sherbet. I really think we're in the sherbet. The fact that God, I'm trying to talk without profanity. They've sucked the life out of me. I'll be honest. They have sucked the life out of me. And I'm not sure where we're going. I'll be honest, I'm not sure where we're going to be going with this whole thing. If it's a club decision, at the moment, 95% of our fan base want Ten Hag in. If the club don't appoint Ten Hag, then I think there's going to be more issues. And that's something that I think they're going to avoid. We've had bad news this week in regards to our results, the 1-1 draw. The whole club, the whole fan base now is thinking we're not going to get top four. Even OMONDI, who up until this week was feeling positive. I think something's probably going to be announced this week. My opinion. Wow. So something will be leaked this week where it's fully confirmed.
OMONDI.
I'm really happy about this news. I like talking about this. I think it shows a new direction we're going in to make decisions and be decisive as well. This guy, we really do like him. He's doing bits at the moment. I think now that the light is shining on him, everyone be trying to check him out and looking at the style of play and looking at how they play football and how they win their league. They're not in Europe anymore, unfortunately. It would have been nice to see them in the Champions League, at this sort of time when we're making these sort of announcements or getting close to that. And I think it's like this early decision making is something we haven't done in the past, and it's a big change. And I think that's down to Ralph. I think Ralph's done a lot of work behind the scenes that's not really being highlighted right now, and I think he's behind this appointment as well. There's rumors and all this kind of thing. We can only speculate, and I'm speculating now, but I really like Ralph, and I like what Ralph has brought. Obviously, on the pitch, we haven't really performed, but it's about cleaning out and highlighting players that are really bad apples at the club, and I think that's what he's done at the moment. So when Ten Hag is coming in now, I think he's going to realise already who's on side and who's not. He's going to look at the youth squad as well, like Jay was saying, and then implement a few of these youth players, and the guys on loan coming back will be all excited, thinking, "My gosh, we've got opportunity here." Because there's conversations that go on inside the club, between players, between staff, that kind of thing. And someone say, "Oh yeah, you know what? Ten Hag is saying you're a good player, or Ten Hag likes you, or he thinks you can do a good job in this sort of kind of system." That kind of talk will be going on with players. It happens all the time, And we don't get to hear that kind of talk, but you can imagine this is what goes on. A coach might say, "Yeah, I worked with Ten Hag or something. I've done this A, B, C." Steve McLaren, for example, worked with him. He's associated with Man United. He could have said to someone, "Oh yeah, if you start doing this sort of drill during the summer, or if you start getting used to this kind of thing, it'll be helpful for you, and you'll be favourable for the manager." So I think it's good to sort of make that decision really early and get everyone on board and get the fans on side as well. And the most important thing for me is let the fans know, like, make a big announcement, say, "Look, we're going in a new direction. Give this guy time. We're going to be changing our style of football. Don't boo it. Don't start getting frustrated. Look where we're at. We're 7th. We could be 8th. Wolves could overtake us." So as bad as it is, now it was bad as it was when Ollie left the club. We were in a mess. We were losing 4-1 and 5-0, that kind of thing. So it can't get much worse. Why not just have a plan, a long-term plan that's going to last? And say like there was a talk from Ralph saying in 2-3 transfer windows, we could be successful and close the gap. So that's like 2 seasons, maybe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to be here for the long run. And if you're on board, jump on board this new wheel, or whatever they call it. They say
the wheel on the bus go round and round.
Yeah, the bus.
And round.
Yeah. I'm really happy. This has made my day after what happened at the weekend, and I think that's the only way forward. Just take baby steps towards a good goal, and which is good football, good brand of football, youth players playing again, and eye candy as well. Jay will go to the games and be skinny teeth, smiling at the football. At the moment he's frowning all the time. So, and Paddy as well, and Patrick as well, and SHAH, all the guys from our team that go to the game, they're going to be skinning right now.
Yeah. Talk.
Yeah, look, I think actually we take a step back and look at the position we're in right now. I mean, we've got 2 managers that we're looking at here, both of which, whoever it is that does come in, I will back, even though I've said I would prefer Ten Hag. But really, if it's either Ten Hag or Poch, it's going to put us in a much better position than we are in right now, because obviously we've flatlined as a club, haven't we? Totally flatlined. Draw. We've gone out of the cups. We're in like a kind of suspended animation, and it feels so weird. It feels really weird being a Man United fan for as long as I have, and seeing us do what we've done in the past and all the blah blah. And now we're flatlined. It's just like so still and dead right now. But at the same time, if it's like I feel we're on the edge of something, we're on the verge of something new, something exciting. And like I say, yeah, I would prefer Ten Hag because of everything that's already been mentioned by numerous people. We all know the reasons why we want him. And Poch, like I said, if it is Poch, if the board say, "You know what, we think it's better if we go with Poch," again, I'll back him. And again, yeah, he did okay at Southampton. It did a decent job with Spurs when you consider what he had as a squad, how far he pushed them to the edge, but just couldn't quite get over the line. So, I think for me, I've got to take a step back and just go, you know what, listen, been a crap season, but it's not quite as bad as I could make it in my own mind if I overthink it too much. So I'm trying to be positive about it and trying to sort of keep a focus on, next season, pre-season, next season, and hopefully youth.
For me, the appointment for me, I've always said I wanted Poch. I get laughed at all the time, but I'll keep the Poch in the circle going on. But with the news of obviously Ten Hag coming in, and I think Jay said something recently about us backing the manager. Will we give the manager time to back? For me, right now, going in, looking at the performance we're doing week in, week out right now, providing I can see improvement, I can see the squad playing for each other. They're playing for the manager. They're playing for the badge. For me right now, it doesn't matter what manager coming in to Manchester United. I just want to see someone coming in and someone actually physically utilizing. And I think me and Mr. B was talking, and I was saying to Mr. B today regarding big name players. Do we really and truly need big name? Do we need a marquee sign at Man United? And for me, I don't think we need marquee sign at Manchester United. I think we just need to hit that reset button, get some of the youngsters through this team, and also have like your Bruno Fernandes there. And Mr. B was surprised when I said to him, the only centre-back I'd keep would have been Lindelof.
But Errol, remember what we said the other night? We said the other night when we were talking about this player, that player, 30 million, 40 million. It's, for me, it does not suit the Glazers with their model of how they run the club to go for a player of that kind of value. They want a big name because, like I said the other night, if we go for Declan Rice and pay West Ham 120 million quid, all of a sudden Declan Rice becomes our most expensive of a player. Those shirt sales are going to go through the effing roof. That suits the Glazers.
We win nothing. But then
I know that. I know. But this is where these people who are just in and around the Glazers have really got to get in their ear holes and say, look, we've made this mistake before. It's false economy. You might do well in shirt sales, boss, but when it comes to getting things done on the pitch and us, sort of winning trophies and bringing in better and bigger sponsorship deals and everything else, it's a false economy. It won't work. And I don't want that kind of money spent on Declan Rice. I think he's a great player, but not for that kind of money.
Yeah. Guys, 29 in the chat. So we are doing a giveaway and you can win yourself for the Man United agenda. Happy birthday today. We are giving you the opportunity to win yourself a hoodie. The newer version to this one, by the way. But we give
let's have a look. Let's have a look, Errol. Do they do extra large?
They do like 5 times extra large on Monday.
That's for me. Then I'll take the extra large. You do an extra small one for Mr. B.
I remember when Monday was telling me, it was like,
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, man.
Do you know what we're gonna have to do, Errol? Right, we're gonna have to get 2. Yeah, we have to get 2 XXXL ones, and then like cut them down the middle, and then use a bit of fabric to put them together, just so it'll fit on Monday. Because if everybody who's watching on Monday is a monster, he's massive. Jay seen him from Eccles when he was on his way to Old Trafford.
I thought it was overcast. I got to the ground. I thought it was sunny, and it was just a Monday stood in front of the sun.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when I got to Old Trafford, Monday was there. He's massive.
Mr. B, you might need to take that down. Mr. B's turned a female now.
Errol was there, and he's massive. And then they both stepped out of the way, and I saw Mr. B behind him.
I was waiting for that. And then Jay's like then getting the sweets up, going, "Oh, is that your son?"
Oh, thank you very much.
Got him a junior ticket, and that he was after.
Mr. B, man, you know it.
Quality.
Very much.
Mr. B, sorry, mate. But we are giving you the opportunity to win yourself a Man United Agenda hoodie. All you need to do is hit the correct answer in the comments and we'll put you into the draw right at the end of the show. But you need to be in the chat to have the opportunity to still win it. Okay, guys? So we're going to continue this appointment. And on Monday, there's 30 in the chat, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you've been around for a long time, just hit the like button and give the channel some support. And we are now journeying right now to almost 1.5k. So each subscribe doesn't cost you anything. Each like doesn't cost you anything at all. On Monday.
Comments, yeah. So I want to say hi to everyone who's tuned in, and it's our birthday, so thank you.
It's your birthday. It's your
We've
birthday.
got half time in the house saying congratulations. We get a lot of this. Pat Lawless as well. Congratulations.
Big
Happy
up.
birthday. Yeah. Thank you guys. We love it. Bath saying a massive fan of Jay's matching sofa, wall, and radiator, and to his hoodie. Congratulations again from Connor. Big up Connor. Patrick's in the house as well. He says, welcome, Jay. A lot of love for Jay today. Martin Luther Solo. If anyone didn't, he had a dream. Solo had a dream speech going on earlier on. MUFC Old School. Big up, man.
Big
How
up.
you doing? He says, well done, boys. Keep it real. Thank you so much. Yank Talking Smack says, best thing to do right now is not to focus on other results. Only results should be focused on is our own. Can't rely on other teams to beat Arsenal and Spurs. We can today, actually.
Oh, wait. Is this a moment when Omondi, if Arsenal loses, is this a moment Omondi is going to say, I think top 4 is still realistic?
It could well be.
No.
Let me say something. You know, Ronaldo's career has been like storybook, like Roy the Rovers. And I'm starting to think, is this scripted that Ronaldo's going to do something special for us? He didn't make the game, and then last day, we get into the top 4, and he's there, you know, in his hand, doing that for celebration again.
You know what? I had a dream on Saturday, yeah? I think Omondi's still dreaming today.
Yeah. So MUFC Old School again. He's saying top 4, question mark. We ain't Arsenal. It's either first, anything else doesn't matter. It's true. We're a long way off that though. But ironically, how anti-Glazer 99% but want us to qualify for the Champions League. Okay, where do you think the Champions League money goes to? The Glazers. So he's saying we've lost our standards if we're celebrating things like that, really. But after I'm saying we can't announce Ten Hag until the Dutch League is officially done, surely? Question mark. Ten Hag, really, I could win the Dutch League with Ajax. He's saying, okay. As for Poch, surrender to the Dippers. Poch was happy just to be in the final. Give Ranić 2 years and he will revolutionise Man United as a manager. Okay, that's interesting. I want to say hi to Nisoden. How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. He said, if he's asking if we could choose Conference League.
Jay, listen, the last time we were on the channel, I stitched Mr. B up and I said Mr. B will be doing Europa League or Conference League on his own because I'm not with him.
Are you taking the piss? What did I say to you, bro? From how long I said to you, don't even. I got football training, I got gym training, I got leg stretching.
He's got to get the heights on. He's got to do his stretches to get the heights in.
Whatever I'm doing, I'm doing it on a Thursday.
Chris, how you doing, Chris? He said, let's be honest, can we really trust these bankers not to screw over any manager that comes in? Managers are advisors in buying and selling players, and if Ralph stays, will he have any power? He's asking. Hi to Joseph as well. He said, if Ralph done upstairs, there's no point. So he's endorsing Ralph because Ralph's done a good job. Also, he's saying without a long-term plan, there's no long-term. There's going to be long-term pain. That's a good one. I might steal that one. Matthew's saying both managers have their pros and cons, talking about Poch and Eric. Not Poch, says Patrick. Patrick's one of our own. Wayne Davis, how you doing? He says, good evening, lads. There's no knowing how successful any manager is going to be. Even if we could sign Pep or Klopp, nobody knows how it will turn out. We just have to choose someone and back them. Box in the house said Brendan Rodgers is back in the race after. And I just want to pick up Pat Lawless again. He's saying I'll be happy with Poch or Ten Hag. What I really want is a structured transfers and not who has the most Instagram followers. That's a good shout. Yeah, I'll go with that. Thank you, guys.
Well,
sorry. One more. I want to say hi to Miss Man United, and she says,
"Big up, Miss Man United."
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for joining the channel. Add another one. All the newbies.
Hold on, I'm on there. Wait. Jay's missus is on, and you just literally flip past her. What's going on?
Is yours Jay Man United? I thought it was Motti.
I said,
okay.
I read it, and I went, "That's my missus," and he went, "We've got another message."
Come on, man.
You're winning.
Do you know what
You're winning there, Jay. You're winning.
He's like, I don't want to hear about that.
Hold on. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't care. We've got another comment. Right.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear.
Oh, God.
You're definitely winning, man.
Sorry.
3 points.
On Monday, that's it. You wait afterwards, yeah? Your Twitter feed, she's going to be coming at you. She's going to be saying, yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's enough for the comments. Just say Socrates and Sean Desi in the house as well. And Niall Quinn. So big up, guys.
I just want to ask a question here myself.
We've got this. We got newbie as well.
Errol.
Rotic as well. Saying Arsenal are losing at the moment. And just saw you talk one more. Rotic as well. Rohit, I think. Said if we get Poch, it will be another cycle of depression and torture like the last 9 years after Fergie left. So that means nothing has really changed after Woodward left. And Emma K, sorry, finally, because I just want to do the
Big up
newbies.
Emma. All the way from
Emma, she says, I wonder if Arnold has
Denmark.
I wonder if this Arnold have the power to fire someone that is not a player, or he wants to and hire the right people, because that is honestly what is needed. Arnold, okay.
And then also another newbie on Monday. You're going past so many people, but then when it comes to it, you're not doing it. You just come on.
My bad. He's not one of your family or your mistress.
No, nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
Okay, guys. Great job, guys. Well done, says LMX. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Guys, we will get through. Oh, wait for it. Mr. B, this is how our Monday is rolling tonight. Ready?
And Amy B. Good evening. Good evening. That is the most classic
all the wives in the house tonight celebrating our 1 year. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, there you go again.
And Miss Motti says, "Good job. I don't take it personally. Thank you."
I think you should. I think you should take it personal for Monday. I think you should, just for the sake of it.
She says that. She just WhatsApps me saying, "You ain't going on that channel again."
Oh dear. He's knocked it down Monday, man. He's knocked it up royal, man.
I did say Jay's winning. I mean,
it's all good. It's all good. Honestly, trust me.
Let's just for a moment, because that's just one question I want to ask is, it's the failure of us since who could I say? Probably Fergie, really. Every manager that's come in, failing to get us an identity, a proper identity of a football club in terms of what we're actually doing on the pitch. You know what I mean? And is that really down to the owners? That's the question that I've got. Does that affect what's going on upstairs? Because it's so, in reality, with what's going on the pitch, it's a million miles away from what's going on the training ground on match day. When you think about what goes on in the offices and the decision makers and all the rest of it. So all the managers failing to get us an identity, a true, what we all want at the club. Not just us fans, but I should imagine some of the players and a lot of the players want to see. Every manager seems to have failed on that front. And I don't understand what the reason for that is. Is it anything to do with the owners?
Big up to Lou Van Gaal. He's got a philosophy. He tried to.
Can we say before we go
there? And we booed him off the park.
Yeah.
We didn't like it. We said it was so boring. So we didn't get a chance.
As well on Monday. So with Lou Van Gaal, obviously, he's going through this his treatment and stuff at the moment. So from us at the Man United Agenda, Louis, LVG, we've got you back. I was one of the one who did not want him to be sacked from Man United. I know people were saying he played
so nice, Solo. Even if you wanted him back, you wouldn't be saying
No. I'm being open and honest here because, listen, for me, he's a great manager. He is a great manager. And again, we're talking about how certain managers have come into Man United and have failed in some way. He was that good with sort of like a youth system, have a style of play, have a philosophy of play, but he did not get backed. Bottom line, he did not get backed.
It wasn't Errol, that's what I just said. It wasn't what we wanted as fans, was it? The football brand was not what we wanted. It wasn't, it just wasn't right for us, to be fair.
Yeah. So big shout out to LVG, mate. I've got you, mate. And all those little antics.
Thank you.
Mike Smalling as well. I've got you with that one as well, because Mr. B always comes out with David Moyes, and David Moyes came in.
David Moyes.
No,
Moist he slipped off, man. He just slipped. He was too moist, right? Yeah. He was too moist. Too moist on the gills.
Talk. Calm down now. You're getting too technical. So, guys, if you would like to win yourself a hoodie, all you got to do is guess the player. It's up there. Keep looking. Keep looking. Get in the comments, guys. Keep guessing it.
I'm looking. Yeah, hold on a minute.
Talk, you're not getting it. I know you're not getting it.
Consolo hasn't explained this properly.
Go on.
When this picture comes up, you just put who you think it is in the chat. We will star them. At the end of the show, we will be spinning a wheel to let you guys know live on the show who actually wins the hoodie. We would expect you to have subscribed by then. So you to have won it. So that's what we're looking for. The subscription before the end of the show. Your guess. This picture will be coming up again. Solo, back to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Mr. B was an extra in Goodfellas, by the way. That's like kind of giving you that kind of like, you know, if you ain't subscribed by the end of the show, then we're coming for you. That's what,
Oh, yeah. This is what we're doing the 1 year anniversary, isn't it?
So, what do you reckon to that question? I think an answer if anybody.
Oh no, we moved on.
What,
go on.
No, go on. So you're saying it's nothing to do with the owners, or questioning whether?
No, I'm asking. Yeah, if you know the reasons for that happening.
Of course, 100. I know you're asking. I'm not having to dig it out, but of course it's to do with the owners, because if you look at it, look at the difference between us and Manchester City, for example. Is Manuel Pellegrini or Roberto Mancini football geniuses? I don't think they are at all. Yeah, they both won a title, as did Pep Guardiola. Why? Because there's a structure in place, there's targets in place, there's some sort of coherent strategy at the football club. So it gets to the point where it's running so smoothly. Mancini can be replaced by Pellegrini and he can still win titles. Pellegrini is replaced by Pep Guardiola and they carry on winning trophies. And it's because they have a football people making football decisions. Now, you go back to the first appointment after Sir Alex Ferguson left. You had David Moyes coming in. That transfer window, we tried to get Contral, from Real Madrid at 10:30 at night. We tried to get Ander Herrera with a load of imposters trying to make the deal happen. We tried to get Sami Khedira at the 11th hour and got laughed out of the park. We ended up buying Marouane Fellaini from a club David Moyes had just left for over his buyout clause because we left it too late to get his buyout clause kicking in. That was a shambolic window, man. That's not backing your manager or having a plan. Then we brought in Juan Mata in January when it was too late to do anything, really, and we still ended up finished 7th. Then you get Louis van Gaal comes in. Did Louis van Gaal scout Luke Shaw from Southampton when he was managing Holland at the World Cup? No. Did Louis van Gaal order Ander Herrera to be signed, the player we'd already been chasing? No. Did he want Falcao and Di Maria? No. These players were bought for him. He's said as much. These players were brought in like, here you go, here's some players. You remember, he had Di Maria playing up front. He had Ander Herrera sitting on the bench for big swabs of his first sort of 6 months at the club. It was obviously didn't know what to do with these players, and it's obviously didn't really want him. You also had Radamel Falcao, who wasn't 100% fit. Why? Because you didn't have football people in charge of the footballing decisions. He just went and bought these players like they were playing Championship Manager. Louis van Gaal comes in, tries to do the best he can. He brings through some young players. He makes signings he wants to make. He gets rid of some players he doesn't want. By the time he's won us a trophy, he's sacked the day after he wins us that trophy. Jose Mourinho's bought in. Jose Mourinho, again, is given players that he didn't necessarily want. Okay, you can argue that Paul Pogba, I think Zlatan was one that he did want. Mkhitaryan are good players. But did he ask for him? He just, these are the players you're going to get. Then in the next transfer window, he wanted Perisic, didn't get him. The transfer window after that, wanted Maguire, didn't get him. Wanted to get rid of a few players, wasn't allowed to get rid of him because he's got bankers above him saying, no, you're not doing this, or yes, you are doing that. And what happens? We sack him. And what happens? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in. What's the first thing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does as manager? Gets rid of Alexis Sanchez, a player that was brought in under Jose. Drops Romelu Lukaku, a massive signing that was brought in under Jose. Moves on Marouane Fellaini, a player that was brought in under David Moyes. So you just got managers replacing the other managers' signings because there's no strategy. There's no strategy at all. And I guarantee if it's Ten Hag or Pochettino, he'll come in and he'll start getting rid of some of the players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer brought in. And that's what you're going to have. You're going to have this vicious circle until you get footballing people making footballing decisions. We've spent £1 billion since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. £1 billion. And we haven't even got close to a title challenge. We might have finished second a couple of times, but it's been a distant second. And that's because there's no structure in the club. There's no plan. And I think if you get a plan and a structure in place, you can get a Ten Hag in and he can have success. And after he's left, the next manager can have success. But we haven't had that. And I think that's down to the owners. It's their club. They own it. They're the one making these decisions. And instead of doing what City did when they went, right, Who's the people we need to get in place? Tiggy Bergie Stan, he can work with managers. Who's the other kid? Brian Marwood, he knows about players. And other, you go to Liverpool, another success story. They got him, was it Mitchell, the kid there who went in, or I can't remember the other one's name, oversee what Jurgen Klopp does. And then what they do as well, they buy players for that manager. Jurgen Klopp didn't scout Mo Salah. They scouted him for him and they went, this is a player that fits that system. This is a player that can work with you and that you will fit the system. And Jurgen Klopp looks at it and he goes, okay. When they wanted Virgil van Dijk and they didn't get him, did they buy someone else? No, they waited till the next window and then got him because that's the player that Klopp knew would fit in his system, can play the ball out defence, do what he wants to do. All that stuff was the missing piece in the puzzle for them to win the title. Because these clubs, and it pains me to compare us to City and Liverpool, have a plan, have a structure, have owners who are smart enough to go, we don't know about football, so we'll put football people in charge of it. Where at United, you've got Joe Glazer, you've got Avram Glazer, you've got other clowns like Ed Woodward, who's an investment banker. I don't know about Richard Arnold yet, but I don't know where his background is football or not. I don't think it is. But these people are making decisions over managers, and that's what's cost us. It's not that Louis van Gaal's a bad manager, that Jose Mourinho's a bad manager. To a lesser degree, it wasn't even that David Moyes is a bad manager. It's the structure's terrible and almost set up to fail.
100% agree there,
Well
Jay.
said.
100%
Well said,
Jay. And for me, it's the same thing. And I think the conversation that I was saying to like Mr. B today is almost like a reset. So for me, I was saying all the players, if I'm right to say, I think I kept 4 players in the current Man United team right now and everyone to go. But we know what they're like. The Glazers, it's about shirt sale. It's about the money. It's commercial. It's nothing to do with what's happening on the pitch at the moment. So that's my 2 pence piece in that. But guys, if you're watching for the first time, 38 in the chat. We've only got 26 likes. Hit that like. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And Amanda, take it away.
Big up Cosman. He's
Big up,
dropped
Cosman.
$5 Canadian. Thank you very much. He
Thank
says,
you so much,
Parasite Glazers were happy to see Ed Woodward run this club while they were taking money away from the club.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep, 100% agree.
Sorry,
as well.
let me say this as well. Everyone's nodding in agreement with you, Jay. Everyone's that speech you just gave since like Fergie left. Everyone's in agreement. There's not one person here who's disagreeing with you at all. And I hope, Talk, you're not going to ask him to repeat that.
Of course not.
Listen, if you want me to repeat it, just you go on my channel every day. I give the same speech, similar speech. I've been giving it for about 8 years.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, it's I know it. I mean, I know, exactly what you're saying and that, but I just want to put a question out there.
No,
anyway.
it's weird. Listen, I've got stopped once at Old Trafford by a guy just in the street, and he said to me, Jay, how come you're digging out Ed Woodward? Why have you got a thing about Ed Woodward? And I was like, and this was years ago. This was like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm like, the reason is because Ed Wood was making decisions that affect the club. Ed Wood was making football decisions. He's not a football man. He's an investment banker. That's not how you have success at a club. Do you know what I mean? You don't just give bankers the power to make footballing decisions because you're going to fail. And that's what we've done. And I actually think the success we've had at times has almost been in spite of the structure. I think if you look at it, when we won the FA Cup under Van Gaal or when we won those 2 trophies under Jose, it's almost in spite of everything that's going on, not because of it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the problem we've got. And I think that we've got to start getting it right because you could argue, I was having this conversation on my channel earlier today. How many truly successful signings have we made post-Fergie? How many of them have been absolutely bang on? Like, we've spent £1 billion, and what have we got to show for that £1 billion? Post Sir Alex Ferguson that shows you actually nailed on successful signings that you say that was a great signing for Manchester United, genuinely. And we were, I think we made maybe 4 or 5 out of all the signings we've made post Sir Alex Ferguson. You think about all the big money signings we've had, the Falcaos, the Di Marias, the Schneidlins, the Schweinsteigers, dare I say, even maybe the Aaron Wan-Bissakas, the Eric Bailly's, players like that. Do you know what I mean? The jury might be out on the Memphis Depays. How many of them would you go? 100% that was a great signing for Manchester United.
Yeah, it's true. 100%
Like,
agree.
and then, if you want to depress yourself even more, compare that to our rivals and go, how many signings have they made in the last in the same time that have been successful?
Jesus.
And it's even Chelsea you can throw into the mix. It's bad. It's bad management. And I don't mean just football manager, because I don't think sometimes the managers even like. Here's a good example. Your boy there, Errol, Fred. You love Fred, right? My dad's with you. He loves Fred. Yeah, I don't mean Mr. B. I mean my actual father. Right. Some people get confused. Right. My dad, like, he loves Fred, right? I like Fred. I think he's done well recently. You know, you can have a debate on whether he's been a good sign. That's a different story. He came in under Jose, right? He was bought in the transfer window when we finished 19 points behind Manchester City. Manchester City went out and they broke their transfer record and brought in Riyad Mahrez. Our marquee signing was Fred, who then sat on the bench for the next 3 months until Jose got sacked. I went to United and watched Juventus beat us 1-0 at Old Trafford, right? Fred's on the bench. He's an unused substitute. After the game, Jose Mourinho says, I looked at my bench, I had no one, right? That's a signing that was made on Jose Mourinho's watch. Do you think that's a signing that Jose Mourinho wanted? No. It was a signing that he was told you can either have Fred or nothing. So he went, well, may as well have him. That's what I mean about a structure, man. We haven't got one at the minute. And if you get any Ten Hag, you get Mauricio Pochettino, you get a prime Sir Alex Ferguson to this club, it ain't going to work unless you change the structure. Because at the minute, it's farcical.
Do you know what? You would hope then, given everything that we know about the club, the way it's been run, the shambles, the bad decisions, you would like to think that at least one of these 2 managers is going to ask the question that needs to be asked, which is, you know, am I going to be the one here before I even get to the club? I can give you some targets that I will say I can work with when I actually get appointed and we go into pre-season, blah, 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 blah. Because if that's not the case, and I'm going to turn up and you're going to say to me, oh, yeah, we've got this lined up, that lined up, this player, that player, and this. How's that? Again, we're going to go round again in the same circle. And I had to go at Poch, not a go at Poch kind of directly, but, you know, talking about has he won anything? He's failed twice. Because I said if he's gone to PSG thinking he could actually go in there and change the way it was running, right? Because we all know what happened, what goes on at PSG with the way it's run, right? We know the problems they've got there. If he went with that mindset, he's failed because clearly he hasn't worked. Or again, he's just gone there, basically for the money. If not, it's one of 2 things. You're not telling me there's another reason why he's gone there. You know
what he might have done though, Talk? He might have gone in there because one thing that Poch never had was silverware on his CV. And you go there and you pick up a trophy.
The league. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not disputing. It's like, you know, the Holy Grail winning the league with PSG, and it took him 2 bites of the cherry. But now he's got something on his CV that says silverware. Do you know what I mean? And if you look at Emery, if you look at Tuchel, I'm not saying, you know, they win the league there. People go, okay, they've won something. Do you know what I mean? Where Poch going in there, you haven't won anything, and you know, if you go to PSG, you're gonna win something, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're gonna win something. I mean, he has sort of failed in some respects because I think he failed in his first season. They didn't win the league. I know they were second when he took over, but he still should have won the league. They flopped in the Champions League. Was it knocked out to City and then knocked out to Madrid when they were all but through this time round, especially with the transfer window we had in the summer. So I don't think that it's done him many favours in making his stock rise any higher and people go, oh, he's done a wonderful job, because they are going to win the league this season, but that's like the bare minimum, really, isn't it? So I do think he's flopped a little bit, but I think that might have been a sort of a carrot for him in the sense that, okay, I can go here, win some trophies, and then
he must have had some kind of sort of faith in himself that, you know what, actually I can go in here, because he knew himself, Jay, that what he was going there more than anything for was the Champions League. That's what was like Manchester City. They want the Champions League big time, the owners of PSG, and because it puts them at the big boys table and all the blah blahs. So if he's gone there with that in mind, then it's kind of like, yeah, because I think for most managers, I would say, who go into PSG, especially with the current squad, it's pretty much a given, really, that they're going to win the league. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I think with I'm speaking to a journalist a few years ago, and he was saying Pochettino's quite career savvy. He's like quite conscious of when he goes to a club and when he doesn't go to a club. And I think he might have looked at PSG and thought that's a bit of a win-win. Do you know what I mean? Because if I don't win the Champions League, people will go, well, no one's won the Champions League with PSG. You've got all them egos. It's almost like the gods are against you. And if he does win it, people go, well, you won the Champions League. I just feel like with that transfer window we had, people were talking about it. The transfer window just gone like it was the best transfer window in the history of football, weren't they? Like, I'm not exaggerating. People were going, you've got Donnarumma, you've got Sergio Ramos, you've got Wijnaldum, you've got Messi, you've got, there's more that I'm forgetting. But people going, that is a ridiculous transfer window. That's made for you to win the Champions League, and they didn't do anything really, did they? I mean,
would you? I just want to draw on something because I kind of in a roundabout way.
Talk. Sorry, I'm going to cut you there because we've got about three more. We got a few more topics we wanted to touch.
Go ahead then.
And we're still on the first one.
Yeah, another contribution here from the birthday boy Andy Herbert. He's donated £2 towards a new mute button for Mr. B. And Rebel as well has also said, I agree with Woodward's incompetence. And that's $2. Is that £2 Is there such thing as Irish pound? They got different currency.
I think this to do with what Jay was saying earlier about players.
It's euro, Irish pounds. Jesus.
Euros, isn't it? Yeah, it's euros. I don't know
for you Monday.
Yes, Amy B saying Zlatan as well as another player.
Right. I'm going to hit the next topic quickly, and I'm going to come directly to Jay with this one. Someone did ask a question, but Jay ain't going to have the insight of what's going on in Old Trafford, guys. So he might do, but I don't know. He might have to sit there and like hold some Mr. B up on his shoulders, so Mr. B to peep over or something like that.
So now you just being mean. Do you know what I mean? Like there was absolutely no need for that whatsoever. Like that was just a horrible little dig at him. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna have it. Yeah, take notice of him.
Get up, stand up.
Exactly.
Just don't fall off.
He is standing up.
Mr. B, come on, I'm on your side, Mr. B. I think it's me, Mr. B, and Errol and Jay, and about 35 or 40 other blokes gets together. We can actually take a Monday on.
But you know the best thing though, yeah? Before we go on to this subject now, yeah? And it's about sort of like the players being sticked, sort of like it's a 50-50 or whatever percentages of who wants Ten Hag and who wants Pochettino. But Jay, when we came to Manchester to meet, because we wanted to go through about how sort of we got together, how the channel started, how we met you and things, but obviously we've gone well too far into how much we wanted to do about it. But I think I was talking to Mr. B today, and the funny story is when we went to Old Trafford and it all kicked off, and basically Mr. B was sort of like up the top in a corner on his phone. The next thing I know, when the guy started, Mr. B was right there. He was right there in front of the guy, and I was thinking, how the hell did Mr. B move that quick? All of a sudden, the guy then tried to push Armando. Armando just stood there, and sort of like you push like a brick wall. You're trying to push a brick wall, but it ain't going nowhere. The guy
hold up. Mr. B was in front of him, and he tried to push Armando.
No. Mr. B came, and then the guy then tried to push me Armando.
Right.
Yeah, and Armando just stood. He stood his grounds. The guy literally bounced off Armando.
Makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, that guy is proper stupid.
It's really scary when you see fans, thousands of fans.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? You guys were like,
the result is the result as well. So I understand why.
Because I said we're getting off, we're leaving this. Like I said to my lot, people are angry, and I said to you, Errol, I said you got to be careful now because like I know you lads can handle yourself, but there's a lot of anger and people will just take it out on anyone. Do you know what I mean? So this is the thing, because you've seen a lot of frustrated fans at the minute, and I'm not justifying people kicking off, especially not with other United fans. Obviously, I don't like to see that, but this is what you get. I sort of saw it coming a little bit. It's been brewing, and people just getting fed up, and then they start turning on each other. I've seen it in the ground. I've seen it in the ground. I've seen United fans arguing with each other and kicking off with each other, and you hate to see that sort of thing, but it's sort of indicative of where we're at as a club at the minute. We're just fractured. We are, on the pitch, people aren't seem to gel in, and off the pitch, you've got, not on the whole, but you've got a few fans, disgruntled and taking out on one another. You've seen this sort of divide in the fan base as well. And it's sad, man, because that's not what football should be about. We should be all, we should all be together as United fans, looking at the common enemy, the Scousers. That's what it's about.
I got you that one. Jay, you
like that, Jay. Never.
Earlier in the show you were doing, and it was surrounding who would you rather win the league, Man City or Liverpool?
Do you know, it was one of these things we do, like the worst, like it's like a segment we do, like a horrible choice, is it City or Liverpool? And for me, I mean, I'm only joking about the enemies and all that sort of stuff, but if I had to choose, I could stomach City winning the league a lot more than Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, the City would still be like 12 behind us, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But it's the Scousers. So unrest in the dressing room at the moment, Jay. Players are split. Rumors coming out say some of the players don't really and truly want Ten Hag in. Other players would rather Poch. There's other people coming out, ex-players, and I think sometimes some of the ex-players need to keep away from the football that's happening at Old Trafford, because I think sometimes they get too caught up in it from what you hear from the rumors. Do you believe this is legit, or do you think it's something just paper talk? Jay.
Say that again. Sorry, split up then. You broke up then. Say that again. Sorry. The what?
Sorry. So with the player split, do you think it's sort of paper talk, or do you actually believe there's actually split in the dressing room between the players and the managers?
The thing is, right? Anything could be like, use the word split or divide or whatever. You can have players that are just unhappy they're not getting picked. You can have players that are just unhappy that the results aren't going the way. You can have some players having a close relationship with other players, and then people say, well, that's a click forming, or that's a divide. I don't know, I don't really speak to any players or have any connection with any players. We've had a few on the channel in the past, but not recently, if I'm being honest. And I would expect there to be some anger in that dressing room because of the performances and the results. I'd be a bit worried if the players were just going, oh yeah, everything's hunky-dory. We're sat in 7th. You've got in that dressing room, you've got World Cup winners, you've got league winners, you've got Champions League winners, you've got Ballon d'Or winners. Do you know what I mean? You've got winners there who have won trophies, who've won honours for the club and the country, whether that's United or, I know there's only a few that have won the league with United, but, I think there's like one really, David De Gea and Phil Jones, or two, sorry. But, I know, yeah. But you've got like players that have won it with Juventus, Matic won it with Chelsea, you've got, obviously, Ronnie's won the lot. Sorry, Ronnie's won it with us as well, but he's won the lot. Varane's won the lot. So you think these people will be looking at it going, like, this isn't what I come here to do. This is what I should be doing with myself, kicking around, fighting for a Europa Conference place. Come on, that's got to sort of sting for these players if you've got any sort of pride. So I would expect there to be a little bit of anger, and maybe there is a little bit of questioning of things, but I don't know to the extent how serious that is, because you could say it's massive and everyone's fed up and everyone's arguing with each other and people just ignoring what Ralph Rangnick's saying and questioning him. Or you can have a few players that are going, what the hell is going on, man? With Manchester United, we're sat in 7th. We've got one of the most expensive squads assembled. We've got some of the most successful players in the world, and we've got some of the most talented players in the world, and we're drawing every week. It's just not good enough. So it's in answer to your question, it's a long-winded answer. I think that it's probably expected that there's going to be a little bit of argy-bargy, if that's the right word.
Yeah.
I just think it might be getting blown up out of proportion by some papers because, it's a lot better story than players are unhappy with results.
Mr. B, the coach, I bet your changing room is split as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they all want me gone. there ain't no split. They decided before the season started, mate, that they were getting me the sack, mate. I tell you, players being split without going into too much cussing.
This is it. Wait, get this word jar, everyone.
No, I don't think they have.
Jay,
I don't think they
get
should
the
have an
word jar you
opinion.
got
No,
when he talks and he swears, the money comes to you.
No, it's strictly no cussing. I think that they should mind their own business. They always want to have an opinion. 5 years ago, Jose said, and you know me, I don't like Jose, but he said that we needed players who could run and who wanted to work. I've got a quote, I'll have to find it, but it was along those lines. If I need to find a quote and you want me to find a quote, I'll find a quote. Well, basically what you're saying is the same thing that Ralph is saying now. we don't buy players to suit the club. We just buy players. And look, Jay said it earlier on about him buying Fred, a player who he brought into the club and didn't play. You know, so these players, would they want a manager who, they want a tactical manager? Okay, so they've got a manager who we all believe at the moment, Ralph, talks tactics. We all enjoy these press conferences from the beginning. You had Jose, who was a tactician, but who has a management style that I don't like. You had Ollie, who they liked, but had no tactical nous that I could see. Maybe I'm wrong. So they shouldn't have a choice. And I hope they don't have a choice. I couldn't tell my boss who he was hiring. He pays me my money. My money's to shut my mouth. You know, don't come. I'm sorry. Right now, it's all about themselves, and it's really starting to wind me up. So I hope they have no choice. I hope they have no say in who the manager is. And guess what? The day the manager comes in, he just says to him, "Did you want me as a manager?" If they say no, fuck them off.
Oh, that's a tenor. That's a tenor.
Get them out the club. Just get them out the club. You know, right now, you want players who want to play for Manchester United. I'm not interested in what their profile is. If the player is 18 or 19 or 26 or 27 and he's going to sweat blood for us, I'll take that. But also, I'm not taking just sweating blood, because we've got Scott McTominay in there and he's splitting blood and I'm not happy with him. He has to have the technical ability to go with that. You know, so I'm hoping right now that the players have no choice at all. They get on with it. When the manager comes in, they clear out all of the players who don't want to be there. If it's 7 or 8, get them out of the club and restart and start again. Yeah, Monday, tell me.
The man of reason, here he comes now.
Yeah, I think everyone's got it. If you're talking in the change room, they will be having this discussion, I think. But what I think is the intention here, is it about self-preservation or is it about the future of the club? So I could be saying, oh, God, I want Poch in because I think Poch likes me. He, after game one day, put his arm around me and said, good game or something like that. Or he could say, is that for the benefit of him or is he thinking about the club? Oh, I like Man United. I'm part of the club. If you don't want me, that's fair enough. But I think they should get this guy because he's more likely to take them forward. You know, I think it's about self-preservation when you have these sort of conversations, and the players as well. And they want to think about their careers. And if they're starting to see, like, what's crucial to me is, like, in January we didn't make any signings. We saw what happened with Spurs. They brought signings in and they're having an impact. We could have got top 4 maybe if we made some signings, but we didn't.
Don't do that on Monday. Don't
listen,
do that.
Don't.
My second favorite club. Anyway. What I do, so that's a big sign for me that we're not making signings. You're saying we're starting to clear out. There's no point bringing people in. Let's start to clear out and then refresh the whole side. And I think that's what people are maybe scared of. This is why they're having these conversations, because they're getting really itchy now. So, oh my God, and good, rightly so. You know, like Ralph said about aggression. We need more aggressive players. Like you said about Mourinho, Mr. B just mentioned something about Mourinho, about the players' desire. I've seen some comments in here saying about the players not giving their all. I'm not at games. I know Jay's at games and Patrick and SHAH and all these guys. Are they seeing that extra? The players going an extra mile on the pitch? You see that more when you're at the games. You know, who did I watch? Tottenham. I watched Tottenham yesterday. Their running stats have increased since Conte's come. And I watched their game and I was thinking, wow, they are putting it in, every player. And then he's coming over to the Brazilian right back. What's his name? Royal. Royal. And he's talking to him and say, yeah, put it in. And you can see he's got that kind of, he's on it. He's got that desire for him, you know? So I think players are all about themselves. And if you're talking about the club and what you want to go forward, then you select a good manager based on that. But I think they're selecting it on who would more favour them and their own self-preservation.
Yeah. Talk.
Yeah, the agenda. Yeah.
Look, for me, I just think they're not up to the fight. They're not up to the fight of competing against Manchester City, against Liverpool, and also that massive effing mountain that is in front of them in terms of what's expected at the club. They haven't got it. They just haven't got it. It's just a huge. I think it's just a huge put off for them. They haven't got it. They can't get themselves up enough, you know, just because of what they've got, what's in front of them. Don't forget when we was at our pomp under Fergie, We were setting all the standards. We were setting all the records, breaking records left, right, and centre. That's not us anymore. Everybody else seems to be doing that. And that is now a huge task. So not only have you got to weight the expectation behind you as a club and the fan base, and you know the history of it, you're now looking at Liverpool and City and going, wait a minute, how do we get anywhere near them? It's, for me, I think that most of the squad, you know, they've really got to be honest with themselves. Don't mind talking about the managers. They need to speak amongst themselves and ask themselves, are you happy with me being in your squad? Do you want to play with me? Because it looks like that to me. You can't have a team there that we're all talking about saying, he's a great player, he's a good player, he's this much and he's that much. But yet they're still not, they can't even string out 3 or 4 passes together in the midfield. You know what I mean? To try and sort of sustain any kind of attack on the pitch to get a goal. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean? So I think they need to start asking themselves questions, be honest with themselves, and like you say, forget about what's going on in terms of the manager, because I think a lot of them won't even be there when whoever it is comes in and actually puts us in a position to start challenging again.
Thank you. So guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're on the road to 1.5k subscriber. We appreciate everything with your help. And it is, yes, our anniversary today. And we are giving you away a Man United agenda hoodie, but you need to stay in the chat when we do the draw. And this is the player. And as what Mr. B says, the whole point of this is make sure you hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, you ain't winning nothing. So hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you so much for that, guys. So let's go through this one now and have a discussion. I'm on there. Sorry, take some of the comments away, actually. Sorry, apologies.
Okay.
Got quite a few newbies there as well.
Yeah. Say hi to Eddie. Eddie's in the chat. Eddie was talking a lot of sense on Twitter today. Really agreed with what he was saying. Rebels in house saying the real thing is who is brought in as manager shouldn't concern the players who's brought in as manager. He's saying it's their job to train in the system the manager sets. This is a clear showing of the players getting too pampered. And there's some really good points as well made about the changing room. So Matthew Bassett saying there's a split between the changing room. Let's face it, certain players don't want to change at the club as everything currently favours them. It's pampered again. That's they're on the same page as Rebel. Box is saying, has the standard of coaching improved since Ollie has left? Question mark. Pat Lawless saying it's not the players effing swear jar who the manager is. This drives me crazy to hear this. Nobody gets to pick their boss or have to like them either. It's just do your job.
I'm finishing it. No one probably like me in my workplace, but hey.
Well, we do here. Chris is saying, how many players in the change room have the stomach or fight? Not very many at all. And
yeah, exactly.
Just quick one, just go off subject. He's asking if we do a watch along for the under 18s final. They've got to the final. Congratulations, young boys.
Playing Forest. Forest beat Chelsea tonight, didn't they?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brilliant. Good result.
I don't know the date, but yeah, that's a good idea. I think we should cover the Utes because maybe the next manager
the
will
30th of April, I think. It's at Old Trafford as well. And,
oh, wow. That's a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, because the way they did the draw was such and such a team play. It was at Old Trafford anyway. And I think the record for a Youth Cup final, someone just sent it me, is something like 38,000.
Oh, wow.
That was at Arsenal. And there's talk now United could beat that. We could get more than 38,000 for that final.
What's the price of the tickets for that?
It's £1, I think.
Oh, wow.
I think so. Let me double check. It might be £1 for kids. Let me
Yeah, I might.
Mr. B.
Yeah. Oh, that's £1 for you, Mr. B.
I'm gonna get a wig. I'm gonna shave this off and everything.
It's £1 for everyone. I wasn't going there. I wasn't being that guy. You know what? I feel like now. I feel a bit defensive around Mr. B. He's like Phil Jones. You know, when everyone takes a mick and you start getting a little bit like, hang on a minute, wait a minute, hold up, like enough now. So yeah, it's £1, and the record's 38,000. Arsenal had that. United could do that.
Yeah, I think
the only positive this season has been the youth.
Yeah.
Getting to the Youth Cup final. Last time we won it, I think, was Pogba and Lingard and all them lot in 2011, I think. So would you want? And it'd be great if we could lift that, likes of Charlie McNeil and Alejandro Garnacho and all those players that have been doing well, Sam Maffer and a few others, Kobe Mainu, having great seasons for the academy. It'd be a breath of fresh air if we could have a little bit of a success there.
Totally agree. Sorry, last one. Alex is saying here, nobody cares what the players want. They're lazy, absolutely lazy. They don't want a coach that will demand top physical fitness. Don't care what they want. Send them packing if they don't like it. Ruthless. And I want to say hi to Kishore. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He says, good day, fellas. Probably from Australia with that sort of intro. Yeah, good day, fellas. Glazers won't allow the sale of more than 6 players, he's saying. Yep. That's it from me.
Okay. So let's get this wheel going and let's do this draw. You got to be in the chat. So remember, guys, just remember, see if you can.
Errol, you need to tell me in the private chat if anybody's actually got it right. That's so we can start putting some names in.
Do you know? Okay. No, it is thingy, isn't it? Hang on, I'll put it.
Yeah, put it in the chat. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Jay's got it.
Jay's got it, yeah.
I said that when we was chatting before, but no one, I didn't know if you heard me.
Oh, okay. Have you got everyone's name in there, though, Talk?
What?
Have you got people's name in it? Did you see the name? It's been in, Amondi's been tagging them.
Hold on. I've not done it yet. What are you doing? Just chill, man. Just put the names in there and then I'll start them and then we'll do the bit.
Where are we putting the names? In the private chat?
Yeah, just
Amondi, you want to do that? Would you mind doing that on Monday? Because you might be quicker than I. Huh?
What?
Just put the names in.
Say you what.
The guys have got them right.
This is a smooth operation.
Yo, lads. I have done.
Okay, it's done. It's done, apparently.
Oh,
so let's do it. It's done.
Right.
So just someone would explain what's going on here. Whoever
wins, right now, these are all the people that got it right in the comments.
Yep.
And it's gonna be drawn. And is that a box? Pat Lawless.
So can you read out the names?
Pat Lawless won it.
Well done, Pat.
Well done, Pat. Well done, Pat. Well done,
Pat. There you
so,
go.
Pat, what you need to do is take this phone number down, please. Pat Lawless.
Stamped addressed envelope.
So, Pat, this is for you. That's the phone number for you, mate. If you put your information, send us a WhatsApp message, and then I'll get that sent out to you in the next few days. And also, what color would you like in the hoodie as well? Let us know. And also, wait for it, Pat. Wait for it. Would you like? Good evening.
Oh yeah.
Would you like?
You can have whatever slogan he wants on it.
Yeah, when he DMs us, we'll let you know what slogans you can have. But there is quite a few. There's a few soloisms on there, so you should be all right.
Just Pat. Let me just say this: don't go for Mr. Moist because. You know what I mean? You might get some unwanted attention, bro, when you're wearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold the phone as well.
Everyone's congratulating Pat. That was a good move.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's really difficult. I think a lot of people struggle with that.
I thought, yeah.
We know you struggled.
Some people thought it was Ollie. Some people thought it was Beckham. Some people even said Cantona, and some funny guys said it was Eric Bailey. But yeah, that's it was Nicky Pat. Someone did say Eric Bailey.
Someone even said Gemma as well.
yeah, I saw that.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, guys.
How good a player was Butt?
I think. Oh, go on. I'll let go around the table. I'll go last.
Fantastic player. It was. It's weird because he won a lot, but was somehow underrated. I think a little bit because people, when they talk about that group of players, they talk about Scholes and they talk about Beckham and Giggs and all that, and I understand that because these were exceptional players. But Nicky Butt is the type of player that 99, for example, he's in and out of the team in the sort of running, and then we lose Scholes and Keane for the Champions League final. Fergie says you can't play in the FA Cup final. I can't risk you. Brings him in for the final against Bayern Munich and helps us win it. That's the type of player that Nicky Butt was. He was just so reliable, tenacious in the tackle. And let's not forget as well, his touch and his passing was mint. People think of Nicky Butt just running around kicking people. That's wrong. He was a very good footballer. And, you know, you look at the trophies he won, and it doesn't matter whether he played alongside Roy Keane, whether he played alongside Paul Scholes, whoever he was in the middle with. I saw Nicky Butt, I remember him playing as a youngster against Barcelona, I think, in the new camp, when they had the 3 foreigner rule. Fergie was happy to throw him in because he was such a good player. So, you know, he's probably gets more credit now, a little bit more credit now than he did at the time. I think people are looking back and going, actually, there was a great player there, because in at the time he sort of got lost in order with some of the others that are around him. He was just considered a bit sort of reliable rather than actually exceptional. And I remember at the time thinking we let him go a little bit too soon. But great player, and was a good coach as well. He went to coach at the club, just an all-round good servant for Manchester United.
Brilliant. Guys, this is for Pat. And also remember, if you would like to get involved in our watch along, giving you a score prediction, and this is the phone number as well. On Monday, Nicky Butt as a player.
Yeah, I just totally agree with what Jay just said. I think he's a great player, real great player, and sort of someone you need in the squad, someone like that who's going to step in and do a good job. I remember we used to have Ince, and when we sold Ince, I thought, how can we replace him? But we had Roy Keane. And then there's certain games, this is how naive I was as a youngster, really. There's certain games where I see the lineup, I see Butt was in there, I think, Nicky Butt, he's not all that, you know, but it's only in hindsight, I look back now and I think, wow, like you said, the touch, the technique, this is something that we took for granted. And yeah, real top pro, top professional. And this is what we need today. The aggression, it's what Ralph is looking for today. All these attributes he has. And I really like him as a player. And I need to go back and watch more of him just to appreciate what a great player he was for Manchester United.
Mr. B?
What's that?
I love the whole of that generation of our squad. Not one of them I will fault. But my only thing with Nicky, I would just like to know why he left the club and the circumstances that he left the club in. You know what I mean? I just feel that he wasn't given all of those players, all of that generation of players to me are this level player, and he is one of those top level players. So the fact that he got treated I don't know the full ins and outs of the story, but in my opinion, he looks like he got treated harshly leaving the club. But yeah, fair play to him. I thought he fantastic player. And you always need, he wasn't dirty, but he knew how to be dirty. He knew when to stick his foot in and how to stick his foot in. And that's more what I liked. It wasn't that he couldn't tackle. He could tackle, but he just knew when to, you know, leave a little bit extra on them. And yeah, fair play to him. I love him.
Mr. B
love him
player.
to death. Yeah, my kind of central midfielder, man.
Talk.
It's Nicky Butt, bro. I mean, he's a mank. There is any more than that. You know what I'm saying? It was sort of draw his commitment to the cause and to the instruction given by the manager. You know, absolutely top notch. The guy was just, and I think, to be fair, because obviously, you know, we were talking about other players who's sort of, you know, gone through the academy with him, etc. They kind of, I think, the light was a little bit more on them, more than it was him. And I just think he himself may have thought, you know what, I need to go away somewhere else here just so that I can be, you know, who I really want to be and who I know I can be. So I think, to be honest, it was a good time for him when he did move on, for him to do that, because in the end, you know, seemed to work out okay for him, didn't it? You know what I mean? So
yeah. Nicky Butt for me was, I thought he was a great player. I underrated him massively when he in his playing career. It's not until he probably retire, I think I appreciate him more going back, looking at sort of highlights of Game and Sky and stuff like that. Arsene Wenger, I think, paid him the best compliment ever, because whenever we play Arsenal, he always played against them, didn't he? And Arsene Wenger didn't really and truly like this style of physicality of what Nicky Butt produced. He always come in press conference saying, about kicking players. But again, like what like everyone's saying on the panel, he did have quite a good attribute. He could pass, he could score goals, he controlled. If Roy Keane wasn't there, he basically, technically speaking, if Roy Keane went around in those era, I think Nicky Butt would have probably moved on and gone levels, quite high levels as well. That's how much I rated Nicky Butt after he retired, because I could see the potential and what he had in him. But as I said, I underrated him until he retired from football. So guys, let's kickstart this now. And it's our birthday. We are going to sing happy birthday. No, we're not really. But as always, guys, from the Man United agenda, we are going to find out where you can find Mr. J, who came and celebrated our birthday today. It's our 1 year anniversary. And Jay, as always, I know you always say no to it, but let's do it, sir.
No, listen, you know what I'm going to say. It's great to see you guys get into a year, by the way. And you put the effort in, you're regular with all your content that you put out there. It's always a top laugh coming on this channel. And anyone that's jumped over from Stretford Paddock that watches me, you know what I think about the guys on the United agenda. I'm always singing their praises. I love coming on this channel. We have a top laugh, despite the fact that Monday is quite dismissive when my missus puts a comment. bit rude, to be honest with you. My missus and that, but what can I do? But no, great set of lads, great chatting to them. You know, it's been great coming and seeing them coming to Manchester as well, and hopefully we can meet up a lot more times. And if you have subscribed, or you haven't subscribed, sorry, and you're visiting from Stretford Paddock, give these guys a subscribe. What are we on now? How many subscribers you guys on at the minute?
We're on 139.
So I mean, you're going up there. Like, let's get to what we on 139. Let's get to 2,000 by the end of the season, man. We can do this. A big push. Let's get these guys up and get subscribing, because even after a disappointing result about like we had on Saturday, you come on here, we have a laugh, and I get cheered up. So it's all good. It's good stuff, and keep it up, man. Here's to many more years of the United agenda.
Thank you. And as always, from us at the United Agenda, I'm on there. There's a few more comments. Just wrap these up for us, please. Jordan, thank you so much as well.
Yeah, so Jordan saying, hey guys, Mighty Reds.
Jordan is Jordan from
Mandeville in Jamaica.
Mandeville in Jamaica, isn't it?
Yeah. Big up Jordan.
Well, the way I said Jordan, man, you get the doppy for, you know.
Just say good evening. You don't understand you, Errol.
Good evening. You want some water?
There's a lot of talk about Nicky Butt. That was a good topic. Everyone remembers him, and it's really like Pat's endorsed him, saying he's one of his favorite players. Patrick, one of our own, is saying he just remembers the night that Jay was talking about with the foreigners rule, and Nicky Butt really played well that night. Brush is in the house as well. Brush said, I think Butt got to an age where he wants to go and get first team football, and with the talent in our team, he's never going to get a regular place. Yeah, just saying.
26 in the chat. 26 in the chat. Only 38 likes. And before Monday finish the comments on your comments.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, just hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. But guys, from us at the United Agenda, it's been a happy birthday to all of us. Thank you so much to Mr. B, OMONDI, Talk, and big up Jay as always. Pleasure.
Can I just say one more thing? Errol, thank you for being the driving force behind this channel. You get us, like, keep us on our toes every day of the week. And if it wasn't for you, bruv, you know, with everything you do and all the advice you give us, everything else, we would be nowhere right now. So I've enjoyed the journey, and we're really grateful to you as well, Errol. Thank you so much, and Jay as well, of course.
Do you know what? It's mad because I've just been looking now. I was trying to find it before you went off, and I found it. Like, it was November 2020 when Errol messaged me on Instagram telling me about the channel, and asked, you know, just saying, you know, hi Jay, hope you're well. I love you to come on this channel. Tell us a little bit about it. We've got some numpty on there called Mr. B, but don't worry about it. Like, can you come on anyway?
Chocolates got sent to the wrong person, boy.
I'm sorry on that. No, on a serious note, he sent me a message, and I get a lot of messages off people just say, "Oh, can you come on the channel?" But I liked Mr. B. I liked Errol, like what he was saying, the way he was chatting about it. I looked on the channel, thought you seemed like a good set of guys, and once it started coming on, I couldn't stop coming on. I couldn't stop watching it. It's good vibes. I love it. Speak a lot of sense, and it's a pleasure being a part of this journey. And long may it continue, man.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And for me, I'm just going to give a quick speech. I remember when the channel first started off, I think we went on to FTV Sports when we first started. I think we did get you over to FTV a little bit there, Jay. But I think me and Mr. B was the first one on the actual channel itself. We did, and I actually went back and looked at the first show me and Mr. B done, and it was criminal. It was so bad. We picked everything up. We went, yeah, we can do this. We can do this. Absolutely horrendous it was looking back at it. But listen, that's what they say. You learn, don't you? You learn as you go along. Then a Monday came on board, and I'm not going to lie to you, but when Monday came on first, because I've been on banter group before with Monday, and whenever Monday talk, it's almost everyone stand up and listen to Monday saying. But when I saw Monday on screen, and then all of a sudden, I think me and Mr. B used to wind him up because we never agreed with Monday. We always disagree. And Monday would be sitting there, and Monday would be sitting back like this, and then me and Mr. B would say something. Monday would like, and we like sitting there thinking, hold up 1 second, he's coming for us.
Do you know what the funny thing is as well, right? I'm looking through my old messages from when Errol first started messaging me, and he's messaged me. I've replied and said, "Oh, let me have a look, and I'll get back to you." And then he said, "Thanks so much." And then you know what he's done on his next message? He sent me another message, and he's gone, "Hi Joe, hopefully you're keeping well."
Oh my God!
Oh, is that the
Hi
Joe?
Joe.
Oh God, chill.
Trying to get me on his channel, calling me Joe. I'm a big fan of your work, Joe.
That is definitely Errol.
You know what it is, Jay? 9 times out of 10, I'll just stand there and talk to my phone.
Joe, can you come on my channel, please, bro? We love what you do.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And then we got introduced through a guy called Matt from Football United TV. And again, it's the same thing with Matt. He was in the chat earlier. But me and him was having a conversation, and he came on. He was like, I think at the time we only had about 34 subscribers or something like that. And he was like, "Oh no, I've checked your channel out. You lot are going to be big." And I was like, "Nah, bro, come. I'm looking at his channel. His channel's big numbers on it." Then next thing I know, he introduced us to TalkMU. And then all of a sudden, then that's where the bond is coming from as well. So we had TalkMU, you had Mr. B, then we had Monday, then we had Talk. And then since then, it started going on. Now we've got like Rebel in the house who creates so much problem between him and a Monday. There's always problems between them. Rebel is top guy as well. You've now got obviously Connor is in the background, SHAH is in the background, MAISEY who does a show for us as well on the Monday night. She's absolutely fantastic as well. Brit is around. I've got to shout these guys out. Brit, Matteo is around as well. OS hasn't been around for a while. Anyone else I'm missing, guys, from this? Paddy, who's just jumped on board with us as well. Big up Paddy's in the chat as well. So,
and everybody else you've missed.
And everyone else I've missed. It's been a family, and it's been very, very good. It's sort of like ups and downs, high, lows, everything. But if I am down, I know who to call, and that's on Monday, because he would sit there and he would talk me out of everything I want to do. He'd be like, no. So guys, big up everyone who's watching the channel. Yep, Devils United TV, big up. Yeah, that's to MAISEY as well. There's loads of people we could go through, but as always, guys, listen, from all of us at the Man Agenda, I'll sit there and like to give a round of applause to every single one who watches us.
Solo.
You know, all the panels, big up Jay for supporting us. And I know you do this just for love, bro, as well, jumping on supporting us just for love. So, and then the rest of you guys, I don't want to talk to none of you lot tomorrow.
That's all right. That's fine. We won't take that 3 o'clock WhatsApp phone call. You will be so mad.
Okay, 3 o'clock tomorrow, yeah? So guys, from us, good night.
Ciao.